Hello everybody, welcome back to ZvZ StarCraft YouTube. Pretty much what I do here is I cast games of StarCraft 2. Actually, you know what? I'm manipulating this time thing over here, but you know, it might actually not matter because I think I'm going to just like paste our thing over there, and I'm actually waving to it. Like, you can actually see that I'm waving at it. It's so funny. Anyway, I just recently set up my computer so that I am actually, well, this is a ZvZ. Let's go ahead and get onto our play. Okay, what I was going to say before is that I set my computer up so that I'm standing up. So I'm probably going to be talking a lot louder than I was before and a lot more clearer. So yeah, yes, I am standing up while I'm doing this because my monitor is up on boxes so that it's at eye level, and my keyboards and my mouse, my keyboard and my mouse is just right down here at a very comfortable level, so I'm standing while I'm doing this. So I'm thinking it'll make me a little bit more productive. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's introduce our players. This is Karnyge in the bottom right-hand side versus Dyno in the bottom left. And this is a ZvZ. It is a ZvZ series, and this is the first ZvZ I think I've ever cast in my entire life. Yes! In case you guys didn't know where you're at ZvZ StarCraft YouTube channel, youtube.com/ZvZ and it looks like Karnyge has been able to find where Dyno is. Ergo, Dyno may already know where Karnyge is as well. I don't know, let's check that. No, he does not know. I said no before I actually knew. My bad. Dyno with the early expansion in a ZvZ. And I think Karnyge actually saw that too. Yes, he did. That is a very dangerous thing to do by Dyno, but we're going to see if Karnyge just goes ahead and mirrors him. Well, that's boring. So, this is going to be a long game then. Anyway, I've been out of it for quite a while because, well, I didn't really have any motivation to actually do anything, but then I just recently set my computer up to where I'm standing. I don't know if I said that before, but I did! Anyway, and also, I mentioned before on my other YouTube, youtube.com/ZvZ, where I just do a whole bunch of miscellaneous game stuff, that I would be in another league soon, starting on the 24th of July. I don't know if you guys remember saying that because I think only like 30 people have actually watched that video, but anyway, my average viewership for this YouTube is actually like 5 or 6, so really whether or not you actually heard it doesn't really matter. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to the production tab and actually start casting this game. Karnyge just now getting his spawning pool at the 3-minute and 50-second mark. Actually, no, almost finishing his spawning pool. Dyno with the proper time. His spawning pool is already finished and he has lots of Zerglings on the way, so this might not actually be such a fast game after all, even though he has an idle drone. Probably waiting for that magical mineral count so he can start. Yes, a spine crawler. Getting in those early defenses, even though he has absolutely no idea what's coming his way. But that's what this Zergling here is going to find out for Dyno. He's going to see if there is anything coming his way from his opponent Karnyge. Yes, 2 lings. Are they going to be able to save this drone? Save the drone, man! Save it! Save it! Yes, they did. Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Anyway, back to the game. Karnyge now with his own 4 lings on the field, which should probably be harassing or seeing what they can do with Dyno's base, so that they can indeed find out if anything is on the way, especially now since Dyno is just moving his spine crawler. Go, lings, go! Find out what you can! Doesn't really matter. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm casting StarCraft 2 again. This is a best out of 3 series between our 2 Zerg players. This is going to be a lot of ZvZ. I swear, man, it's going to be awesome and amazing. Let's see, by the APM of these players, if we can find out what league they're in. 59, or 69, and 50. With ling speed, finished at the 6-minute mark for Karnyge. League speed, I'm saying league a whole bunch. Ooh, Karnyge out with a little bit of a small push of a small amount of lings. Dyno not prepared for this, but he does have 10 lings on the way and plenty of banelings to have to deal with this. So he pretty much knows it's on the way because of these overlords right here. Plenty of queens getting in the way. Oh yeah, that is a fight right there. Let's put that in widescreen. Oh yeah, look at that. That's huge. Too late. And Dyno didn't really actually do anything with his banelings. Kind of unfortunate. Maybe those lings wouldn't have lasted that long. But Karnyge now cutting his losses while Dyno's on the counterattack. Oh, that was a short-lived battle. Karnyge just now finishing those banelings, and Dyno not really being able to do much of anything about it. Any third bases on the way for either of these players? Not quite. We have 6 lings on the way, more on the way from Dyno, our blue Zerg. And I should have probably checked to see if either of these guys were on my team. I don't know my teammates yet, but if any of my teammates are watching, hi, I'm Thiege. You guys could only see me type before while we were in team chat channel. Now you get to hear me talk. Or berate myself, however you want to refer to it as. I prefer to call it shouting. This is more like a shoutcast. And Karnyge, quick response to that little Zergling harass by Dyno. Waste of a baneling in my opinion, but who's counting? Not me, probably you. You should be. Evo Chamber here to sort of kind of block off that ramp from Dyno. Good move, good move. Makes a nice little funnel so these banelings at the top of the ramp will be much more effective should they ever come into play. The third now down for Dyno, at least it's on the way, and he has a nice little Zergling right here to see if Karnyge is going to follow suit. Maybe, perhaps, yes. Like I said before, this is probably going to be a long game, because both players pretty much blind expanded. What Karnyge probably could have done when he saw that Dyno was about to expand was make a bunch of lings and then just run in. But that's probably what I would have done if I was a Zerg player, if I actually am a Zerg player, and that is probably what I would have done, and I probably would have lost at that point. But let's see how these players' bases are looking, how well their saturation is. I was searching for the word, I couldn't find it. So many drones there, and yay amount of drones here. A little bit oversaturated for Karnyge at his natural. He's probably going to pluck down a third sometime soon. Yes, getting rid of that little pesky Zergling from Dyno to spot that. As soon as, oh, Karnyge, but down, where's tier 2 here? Where are the roaches at? This is a ZvZ. We're just seeing lings and banelings so far at the 10-minute mark. I'm guessing these guys are not that high up in the leagues, but this is going to be a best of 3 nonetheless, and hopefully I'm going to be entertaining enough to keep you watching. And whoa, Karnyge, back out, buddy. What are you doing? That's way too many forces for you. Oh, but Dyno now in a little bit of trouble there. Probably should stop right there and make some banelings. That's what I would do, because Karnyge obviously doesn't see those, and he didn't pull his banelings from that were at the top of the ramp. Maybe Dyno was wanting him to do that so that he could lose a lot of Zerglings, maybe free up a little bit of supply for some roaches. Get some roaches! Where are the roaches at? When you see Ling Baneling as your Zerg, if you guys are in the lower leagues, you make roaches. That is the counter to that. I see no roaches. I see no roach warren on the way. There's rope. I'm pointing to it, but you obviously don't see that I'm pointing to it. But there are some, well, actually, my cursor was right there, so you could see that I was pointing at it. Infestors! Hey, Infestors on the way from Karnyge. We're going to see how good this Infestor play is. He has a little bit of Infestor micro. A couple of banelings going to sneak in here, maybe blow up some lings. Yeah. Oh, he's going to bait that many. Oh, no. Dyno's going to try and... Oh, that was a pretty good baneling hit right there from Karnyge. So let's see now what these Infestors can do from... What is this guy's name again? Karnyge? Yes. Now with the drone transfer down to the third base. Finally. That was probably oversaturated for a little bit too long. I don't know. We'll go back in the replay. We'll find out later. Just for that. But anyway, looks like Dyno's going to push out now with some roaches, lings, and banelings. Karnyge really needs to have those Infestors out. He does. Does he have a lot of energy? Does he have enough energy for fungals? Yes, he does on every single one of those. So there we go. A couple of spine cores going to be made to good use. Oh no, he's picking off the Infestors first, getting off a couple of fungals and baneling hits. But oh, I don't think those Infestors will be able to be put to good use at all. Not enough, at least. And Dyno now is free reign on Karnyge's third base. What's Karnyge going to do in response to this? He's repositioning a whole bunch of spine crawlers as natural. And Dyno's not going to want to mess with that after taking out his third. Karnyge is now spawning a whole bunch of Zerglings out of his now down third base. Lots of a big old flock of Zerglings just running around the map now. Karnyge gonna cut his losses and just do his damage and get out. That's a good play. Good move from him. He doesn't want to deal with all these spine crawlers necessarily yet. Not when all these lings are here for support. All Karnyge pretty much has to do is bait all of the roaches in to within range of all these spine crawlers, and Karnyge is gonna have free reign on those roaches. But right now he's down a base, and here comes Dyno in. He's gonna be fearless with his roach count and commence an attack here at the what was once Karnyge's third base. Still not going to deal with all these spine crawlers. Probably was hoping to pick off a few maybe hatched units. Good play, good play. Poking in there, seeing if he maybe most likely he was poking in there to take out a now put down third base. Being really hesitant with his Zerglings here. Karnyge is... he knows he's in a really tight spot right now. He knows he has to make something happen. And when did that base get taken out? I missed that. So both these players now down a base. Sorry, I'm a fail caster. But anyway, I promise that won't happen again. I'm just getting a little bit too excited about this right now. That's why I missed that. So Dyno now has all of his roaches against Karnyge's infestor and ling count, and plenty of fungal growths on these 5 infestors from Karnyge. Is there any more infestors on the field? No, not quite. Let's take a look at the minerals. Karnyge has the minerals to plop down to third and then some for some units, but he is far, far behind in supply here. Look at Dyno. He's already potentially maxed out at 200 supply as his max. And he has roaches positioned right outside of Karnyge's third. He desperately wants to get rid of these roaches, but he wants to do it in the most cost-effective way possible. There he goes with the fungal growths. Now he's going in with the Zerglings. Very, very nice. Very well executed play by Karnyge. Look how fast those roaches go down to all those lings. And look at that. Just 3 lings down to almost no health. Those are probably the biggest casualties that Karnyge is going to suffer. And now Karnyge going in there to spot that third base going down. And Dyno moving in to defend that with even a drone. Even a drone in the mix there. So what he's going to do, he's going to poke into the natural, maybe. We'll just see if there's too many roaches there. Too many roaches to take on. Karnyge now moving his flock of overlords up here with no units to take them out from Dyno. He's free to do whatever the heck he wants with those. Karnyge now moving down to make sure there are no roaches waiting for his third base to go down. Is he going to be moving a drone out here? Let's see. What is making up Dyno's... Ooh, Ultralisk's on the way from Karnyge, turning his natural expansion into a hive. What a very ballsy move. That exposes that tech for the other player. So, and then Dyno just stuck on lair tech, but he is getting his hive right now. He's, let's see, he's just a little bit more than a quarter way, almost a third, but we're not going to break down those units any further than that because I am not a math major. And right now what he needs to do mostly is rally his third base to where the other 2 bases are rallied. But this is anyone's game right now because what Dyno's doing right now is he's allowing Karnyge to build up his supply and get the more advanced units here with a ninja expansion possibly going down for Karnyge, or he's just blocking down a third. But I don't think Karnyge realizes that putting down creep does not prevent your Zerg opponent from building their structures in your creep, because all creep is the same. Proof positive is your creep also allows your Zerg opponent's units to move faster as well. In my opinion, that probably shouldn't be the case, but then in every ZvZ it would turn into a creep race, where, you know, you just try and put your creep as far ahead of the map as possible. It's like building roads in Settlers of Catan. Have you guys ever played Settlers of Catan? Amazing, amazing board game. Pretty much the point of the game is to build the longest road possible, so you always get those victory points at the end. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys are awesome. Big fans of Settlers of Catan, as am I. Did I ever say that I like to play Settlers of Catan? It's awesome. It's amazing. Also, the biggest army card, another good victory point to go for. Also, something else that's good to go for in Settlers of Catan, a 4th base, which is what Dyno's going for now. I'm just kidding, I crossed the two. I, interspliced Settlers of Catan. Overlords, fight! Come on, can't you just, rub up against him until he, dies or something? Isn't that, a possibility? I would love to see an Overlord fight. I would love that. It's like Joust between two turtles and stuff. But anyway, how many ultras is this? What is Karnyge doing? He's just going to build a whole bunch of ultras and then just rampage through Dyno's base, because Dyno he's getting his own ultras is what he's doing, because he's getting chitinous plating, but he doesn't have any ultras on the field. Nowhere. He has infestors. He has one infestor, and that's it. He has no ultras. Does he even... I mean, of course he has the Ultraless Cavern, because he's getting chitinous plating. But now he's going to attack all the spine crawlers, and Karnyge's defenses... Oh no, but he did miss a fungal right there. Whoa, nice fungal right there, and this is where Dyno GG's. He lost his entire Roach force to infestors and ultras, which, the roaches did an admirable amount of damage to the ultras, kind of. I mean... They might have killed one, perhaps. I don't know. I wasn't actually keeping track. Unit complete. Yay. Okay. And Karnyge's Zerglings just totally missed that fight. Now the Ultra's going in without the Infestor backup. Not very effective against roaches when they can just kite and kite and kite and kite and kite. Dyno nearly maxed out again. These Ultras... Oh, there are the Infestors. Haha, now the Ultras are going to start to chew through those roaches, even though they were able to take out one Infestor. And these Ultras having a little bit of trouble taking out those roaches, but there's way too many roaches. Anyway, just bulking his way through. Karnyge just carnaging his way through. Dyno finally taking control of that Ultralisk to attack the other one. And that's just what Karnyge's name implies. It is Karnyge. Anyway, as far as the series is concerned, I don't know if this is game 1 or not. It was labeled as game 1. But the game 1 was supposed to take place on a different map, so I don't know, maybe it was mistakenly placed on a different map, and this animation always confuses me, because it looks like the Ultra then has multiple tusks, instead of the implied motion, which is what that animation is supposed to imply. The implied motion, of course, naturally. Anyway, GG calls Dyno, and he leaves. This concludes game 1. On to game number 2, if you guys will stick with me. I promise I won't miss those bases getting taken out like this ninja expansion from Dyno going down as well. Anyway, on to game number 2. Thanks for watching. Please stick around.